Hello guys and welcome to TV Slags.
Where we love TV a little bit too much.
On today's episode we're going to be reviewing The Masked Singer, the final. How did you like it?
Oh, it was amazing. I'm going to miss it.
I can't believe it's over.
I don't know what to do with my Saturdays now. But I want to talk about the final, which was a big episode. We found out who everyone else is and we've been waiting for, I feel like it's weeks, like we've talked about it on here for weeks. Mm-hmm. And it'll be our last time reviewing it, actually, because there's not much else to say after this.
Sad.
Yeah.
But as with every episode, we...
Terms and conditions
apply. This is a terms and conditions bit. So
there'll be spoilers.
Yeah, there's going to be spoilers. So if you really don't want to know who goes home or anything about the subjects we're reviewing, so this episode is going to be Love Island and the final of The Masked Singer.
Yes.
If you don't want to know any spoilers about that, please go and watch them and then come back and watch it.
Yes.
Because I don't want any of y'all saying that we didn't warn you.
But yes, and Love Island, a lot has happened on that recently. Since we last talked about it, one of our favourites has sadly left, which I'm really sad about. Which we'll talk about soon. Over. Yeah, I think Alex is still in mourning.
I literally am. I've been crying all night.
Anyway, should we start with Masked Singer?
Yes.
Right, so we've not actually talked about it since Jake Shears was revealed. And recently, the one last week, because we didn't review it I think we reviewed the last one last week, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Gibbering on. Since we were talking about Jake Shears, CeeLo Green was revealed, and I was like shouting at the screen. I was like, I knew it was CeeLo Green.
I was a bit annoyed because they made it seem like it wasn't him.
The Muppets clue. That's what confused me.
Yeah, but apparently he performed with...
See,
I think
I've never
with The Masked Singer, you just can't deep it too much. That's what I've realised. So but to be fair, when he said... I realised that when he said, like... Because obviously last week the panel got to ask them a question and they were like, are you CeeLo Green? And he's like, I think you're crazy.
Yes.
That made me think maybe it is him because he didn't say no.
And he just has such a distinctive voice. I just thought, like, I don't know who else it could be.
Yeah.
And Denise Van Outen, which you guessed right. You were convinced it was Denise.
I was convinced.
And you were like,
but to be fair, now watching it back, it's obvious who... Like, then it is them, because with her, it was Andrew Lloyd Webber, it was very much those kind of things, whereas with other people, I feel like I was convinced it was them, but it was based on, like, one thing that could be a lot of people.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Like, Jake Shears, obviously, like, he could have written, like, the writing thing, loads of people write, whereas I should have probably, like, listened out to, like,
but he's not known for
things.
that, yeah. It's hard, because you do have to dig deeper.
Yeah.
Also, Catherine Jenkins.
I'm fuming about this one. When has she been on I'm a Celeb?
This was confusing me, yeah.
Please, if you know this, please tell me, because I genuinely want to know.
Because that's what made you think it was Myling Class.
When was she on I'm a Celeb? When was she on The Apprentice?
Yeah, on The Apprentice, yeah. And Emmerdale, that was confusing, because she was like,
on one episode.
But no one would really know that.
And I was annoyed as well, because the Jason Donovan thing, that made me... that was, like, our big clue, that was, like, to be, like, specific. And apparently she performed with him on The X Factor. I'm not buying that. I ain't buying it. I mean, it probably happened, but that's a shit clue. Don't include it.
Yeah, I don't really...
But her American accent is amazing.
Yeah, no, she did put on a good American accent. I was convinced it was someone like Ashley Roberts at the start before the opera thing.
But her opera wasn't that great for Catherine Jenkins. Because I was saying, because some of my flatmates were like, oh my god, it's Catherine Jenkins. Like, that, and I was like, it's not that great a voice. Do you know what I mean?
It was, but they are singing, but the costume was a bit ridiculous to sing in, though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how they do it. I honestly don't. I'm like, how do you even breathe in that?
Yeah.
Like, it was a ridiculous costume.
But yeah, so I am a bit annoyed because I feel like the clues made it seem like Myling Class. Yeah. Like, so, like, but I think maybe I deeped it too much. Maybe, like...
Yeah.
They do throw a few red herrings in, which I didn't realise when I started. I thought that what they would tell you would be, like, fact.
What I really loved about last night's episode, though, is that they showed a bit of behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like, literally only, like, 4 people out of the crew know.
Yeah,
like,
I loved it all.
I love that, like, how organic it is. Like, the judges don't know the audience, how, like, MRI it is. Like, it's so cool. I really like that, because, like, you do wonder, like, how the hell do they keep it... How does it not get out in the press?
Exactly.
But they must have so many security guards everywhere, all over the site. But I just wanted to point that out, because I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Being someone who does TV, I was just like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I really liked that.
and Hedgehog
was Jason Manford. Now, I know for weeks and weeks we've been saying Michael Ball. But last night I texted you, so we've got texting proof.
You were like, it's Jason Manford.
I came to the realisation last night watching it that it was Jason Manford. Only because they mentioned Scarborough and he had a BBC show out called Scarborough. And after that I was convinced it was him because I was like... And I remember, you know, this the week where all the songs had a clue, and I was convinced. And yeah, no, Hedgehog didn't make sense because it was like "Don't Look Back in Anger."
That was weird, yeah.
But obviously, he's from Manchester now, so it makes a lot more sense.
I see.
And it did make sense for Michael Ball.
Yeah.
And I forgot to say this about Octopus, Splish Splash. I was convinced that they did that because my class's shower scene, but Catherine Jenkins was on the American version of Strictly, and she danced to that song on the American one.
It is hard because like you wouldn't think that because no one here watches the American version.
That's why I'm like, they could have been a bit easier. Like, they just shouldn't have mentioned I'm a Celebrity because that made me think Mine in Class.
That was an interesting one. As for the winner, Nicola Roberts, she had to win.
Such a worthy winner.
She had to win. Like, she was the hands down the best singer. I think she's so underrated.
I never remembered her as being a particularly good singer. It was always Nadine for me that was like, I remember her and Kimberly. Nadine and Kimberly, I remember as being...
So that made sense when they guessed them, but when they guessed Cheryl Cole, I was like, no, it's not Cheryl Cole.
And it's no one guessed Sarah because they knew girl. They knew.
Or Sarah. Oh yeah, no one guessed Sarah Harding, did they?
She's shit.
Yeah.
No offence. I'm sure she does a better job than I could ever do.
You never know, she might be on the next series.
I know who that is. Who's the Screech?
But Nicola
She'd be
Roberts...
the cat because she sounds like it.
Oh, Nicola Roberts was amazing.
Oh, she was so good.
Like, she so deserved to win. So deserved to win.
Yeah, oh my god, 100%.
And I was like, okay, I was literally torn between her and Jade. I was like, it's either one of them.
Well, after last week, because obviously we didn't record last week, but they said... She was like, no, I'm not Geordie. But obviously in a Geordie accent, but said no. So I was like, it's got to be Nicola. Like, after that, I was like, Scouse. It's kind of got to be.
Yeah. And she's so, like, cute.
Yeah.
She's like, aww.
I really think... I hope that she has an album or something.
Yeah. But she did have an album, but, like... I don't think anyone recognised her voice until last night. That's what the judges said, anyway.
Because she wrote that song, that Cheryl Cole song that we loved. The Love Made Me Do It.
Oh, yeah.
Nicola wrote that one.
Oh,
and do you remember her song, like, L-O...
I think so, yeah.
Dance to the beat of my drum.
I want to listen to Girls Aloud, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I want her to...
Can't speak French.
Oh, yeah, can't speak French. I want her to... can't speak French. French brunch.
Who knows?
I want her to release, like, a ballad.
Yeah.
Because when she sang the Lewis Capaldi one.
I'm just going to put it out there. Nicola Roberts for Eurovision 2020.
Oh, yes.
Why not?
Let's do it. Let's make it happen. That will be quite soon, actually, because it's February.
Yeah, they've not released anything from the UK side, but a few of the songs.
So, like, the UK song will be, like...
really soon.
It feels like yesterday that we were watching it.
Yeah, oh my god.
This is, like, totally relevant.
Yeah.
We could talk about that. Yeah. It's TV.
If you're interested in Eurovision, then... I'm happy to do like the week up until Eurovision, do like a week, like a daily
series.
podcast because I know my Eurovision.
Alex loves Eurovision.
It's like my favourite thing in the whole entire world.
He loves it. Without Eurovision, he'd be like
a dead man.
Yeah.
I'd have no soul.
So that's all the people that we wanted to talk about. As for predictions, I can't do what I keep saying. Queen Bee. I definitely thought was either Nicola Roberts or Jade, as I've said.
I was pretty sure about Michael Ball for Hedgehog.
Yeah, not Michael McIntyre.
But
Octopus, no,
we had no clue.
No clue. Monster, CeeLo Green, or Rag and Bowman.
And Fox. We knew it. That was Denise Van Outen.
Yeah, you were very convinced.
We knew it.
So that's all the people that we thought.
In terms of what we want for season 2.
Yes, this is what we want to talk about because it's a new show. And it's not going to be perfect, and I feel like there were a few things that that we wanted to address. I think the first thing, definitely, which they do every episode, it gets so boring, is that Joel Dommett goes through each judge. It's like, they don't need to do that. You know, on Strictly, they're like, here we have the judges. They sit down. That's it. Like
Yeah.
we know who Craig Revelhord is. We don't need to see it every
Yeah.
episode. So they do that every week, and it's like we know who Rita Ora is.
Yeah. We don't
Like,
need to be told.
Ken's irrelevant, but you don't need to.
Yeah.
Like we don't need to do that every week.
And that goes on to our next point. We really don't. He brings nothing to the show.
No, he doesn't know. I don't know if he. I just don't feel like he knows British culture because like all his guesses, I was like, how? Come
Yeah.
on. And I think he's so cocky because he feels like he knows who it is.
He didn't get one right, did he?
No, Rita Ora killed it.
See, she was really good.
I
at
think
it.
she knew the singing, like,
Yeah.
because being a singer herself, she was really good at it. Even Jonathan Ross. was
Jonathan
good.
Ross, even though he didn't get them right, I think he really
Yeah.
thought about it and especially showing
And he has
made
he has like popular culture knowledge.
And Davina McCall was really good.
So like them are fine, but I think each week a guest judge should replace Ken, so to give a bit more like difference in perspective.
Yeah.
Because I loved it when they had like a different judge, like they had Donny Osmond,
Yeah.
Osmond,
Osmond.
the Osbournes,
Yeah.
the Osbournes. Yeah. So I think that's definitely their main point.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people say the same.
I did like it. But
And it just gets a bit old, like, I know exactly who... It just gets old.
and yeah, I don't think he translated well to British audiences at all, unfortunately.
No.
Like
he may be popular in America, but I don't...
He was just It
was just getting boring.
if he comes back next year, I'd be really surprised. I feel like
The British public just haven't...
they didn't vibe with him, and
I don't vibe with him.
yeah.
No.
And then finally about the format
Oh my god.
that we
Yeah. This is so... Yeah, it can be a little confusing, I think. Like, especially the beginning, I was like, why are they doing versus? Oh, someone gets... Like, it wasn't very clear, is what you said.
I would rather have it so there's two sets, because obviously there's a lot of costumes. Like, if we had all of them doing it, I get why they did it like that. But I wish the start of it was just five in episode 1, 5 random ones in episode 1. There's a sing-off between the two least voted from the audience. And they sing, one person goes home. Then they do that again for episode 2. And then they all come together by episode 3. And then it's just like bottom two. Or like when it's getting near the end and they want to vote 2 people out, then they vote one in the bottom. The least voted one just goes home automatically. And then there's a bottom 2. That's like, it just makes sense. It's just more cohesive. And I feel like they switch it to make certain people stay. I feel like they wanted Hedgehog to stay for a long time because they knew that no one was going to guess a comedian like Jason Manford.
Yeah, no, definitely, yeah.
So, like, every time that Hedgehog... And they could pit to, like, a really good singer. Like, if Queen Bee was against the Hedgehog at the start, the Hedgehog would have been in the bottom.
That's true, yeah.
So
And
it
so it does make
fair.
it a bit unfair, and, like... Yeah, and, like, it means the ones, like... I guess Patsy Palmer, who was a good singer...
Yeah.
They didn't really get much of a chance because it was like verses.
Yeah. And Alan Johnson was so much worse than, like, Patsy Palmer.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. So, yeah, it can be a little bit, like, unfair and a bit confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't really give the celebrities that are, like, non-singers but are good singers, like Patsy Palmer, like, much of a chance.
Yeah.
But I'm really... Saying that, I'm glad Nicola Roberts, like, got as far, like, and
Oh, yeah,
won.
100%.
Because I feel like she... like really showed her talent.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we think of the structure basically. Those are the only things. Like, apart from that, I still love it.
Yeah.
But because it's like a new series and it was very hit or miss, like they probably didn't know if people were gonna love it or hate it. It's not gonna be like perfect the first series.
No.
Even though it's 2020, it's still not gonna be.
No. Of course not. And I would like a singer to host it with Joel.
Yes, we were saying this. Yeah, like a co-presenter, so it like they can banter.
Yeah.
I like Joel, but I think he'd be better with like maybe Emily Attack. We said.
Yeah, and I think I kind of want Rochelle Humes now.
Yeah.
Because she's a singer. Like it makes like it's like we've got the comedy, but then we've got like
the
the knowledgeable.
And she's quite like nice. She's good at talking to like like the contestants and stuff, and. Yeah, as much as we love Anton Deck, they literally have done every Saturday night TV.
Yeah, so...
Same with, like, Tess Daly and Holly Willoughby and that, so it's like... Yeah. We want, like, a fresh... Yeah. I feel like Emily Attack's quite, like, fresh out the bag.
And I guess Rochelle Humes she did Ninja Warrior, didn't she?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but she'd still be good, because, like...
Song background.
Yeah, so it'd be good.
So, yeah, I feel like we've done
Yeah, all the Masked Singer. We covered that.
But I can't wait for it to come back.
I don't know when it will come back. Is it every year?
I reckon so. I've really enjoyed it.
I loved it.
Like, it was.
I remember you telling me before Christmas, like, you got to watch the Masked Singer.
Because I watched the American one and I knew that.
Oh, did you?
Well, I've seen clips. And I was like, this would be really good to talk about on the podcast, obviously. But
because it's so like it's a talker.
Yeah, and we weren't, when we first started the podcast, we weren't thinking that we were going to do like the same ones each week. But it just happened that like.
Well, this is what we've been mainly watching because it's obviously we're not like we are students. We have work to do, so it's like we're not constantly watching TV.
Yeah.
So normally there'll be like 1 or 2 shows that we're like invested in, because that's all we really have time for. So like Love Island and The Masked Singer, what we've invested in, but it is going to change up because obviously Masked Singer's finished and Love Island finishes within like a few days.
Yeah, we're thinking maybe more Netflix.
So we are looking at what to review next. So if you do have any requests, you can message on the Instagram. But yeah, we're still going to keep going. We're just going to change it up a bit and review some newer shows. And Celebs Go Dating comes back. Yeah. So that could be something as well.
Yeah, 100%.
So we've got a lot more exciting things coming up.
We do indeed.
So I've just been plugging the podcast for like 5 minutes. Should we just move on to Love Island now?
Yeah.
A lot has happened since Casa Amor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like over the week, the Shaughna and Callum situation kind of like died down.
Yeah.
Like nothing really happened after that. It wasn't like the Michael and Amber one where it like dragged on.
Yeah, no, it really wasn't. And I think even though I don't like Callum, I do believe that his relationship with Molly is true.
Yeah.
I think he genuinely likes her.
It is a bit different to how he was with Shaughna.
Yeah, it was just sad.
I just hope that like he's trustworthy.
Yeah.
And I do like. I think Molly's a nice girl.
Yeah.
A nice girl.
I think she is a nice girl.
Do you like Natalia?
Absolutely not.
Is she trashed here?
Oh, well, I feel bad now because obviously, like, I feel mean. I feel like I really slated Rebecca, and I'm sure she's a lovely person.
Oh yeah, Rebecca.
So I don't want to. But Natalia, I saw a tweet that really summed up it. It was like Natalia would couple up with coronavirus fit, but she was saying,
yeah.
It's so true. Like,
I just don't. It was
she
just.
She does not like. Anyone.
It was weird because like she got with Luke and then 5 minutes later she was like, oh, I don't like him.
I really don't like that girl.
No.
From what we've seen, I don't want to be too harsh, but at the end of the day, this is our opinion, and it's just like, this is from what we've seen.
Yeah. We
can't just sit here and be like, oh, I like.
Yeah, we can't.
I think she's a bitch.
Yeah.
I don't like her.
I think she's playing a game. Yeah.
I don't think she's my kind of girl from what I've seen.
And she's clapped onto the first single guy now. Like the new guy.
Yeah.
What's his name again? The Scottish guy.
Jamie?
Oh yeah, Jamie. Yeah, and the whole storyline this week has mainly been focused on Luke M and his little triangle.
Yeah. Oh,
I love Luke M, he's nice.
Luke M, oh my god.
He's lovely.
Oh, I fancy him. Girl.
I really liked him and Demi together. When they first got together, I was like, yes.
I think he genuinely fancies her, and I think she especially after the date on the bar.
Oh yeah, definitely. So when like Shaughna came in and said, "Oh, I like you," to him, like, what was your reaction? Were you like, "What? Where did this come from?"
Well, I was a bit like, "What?" But then I saw this video of like, you know how ITV2 do After Sun, and she was like. It was like when she was still with Callum, it was like, who would you couple up with if you weren't with Callum?
Oh, yes, no, she said, yeah, I remember
and she said Luke M.
But I thought she just said that because she had to pick someone.
Yeah, but so, I mean, I guess...
That's what confused me, like, when she said that she had feelings for him when she was coupled up with Callum, I was quite surprised at that because she was, like, really had strong feelings for Callum.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure, but then...
But I think it was more like a friendship when she, like, viewed it like that, yeah.
It blossomed. I would have liked them together, but I think him and Demi...
They suit each other way more.
Yeah, I could just see the chemistry. I think I don't know, I think Shaughna needs someone like a little bit older.
Yeah.
Although the Scottish guy was like maybe right for her, she just didn't... There was no chemistry.
Yeah.
So, but she's gone now, actually.
She has.
That's what makes me really sad.
I cried so much. I have no idea why.
Hands down, the realest... genuine person to ever walk in that villa.
I think she's the best Love Island contestant we've ever had.
Yeah, like forget Danny Dyer or Olivia Atwood. Like she's the best.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like she's just one of those people that if you were friends with,
she's real.
She'll tell you. Yeah, she's real. Her personality.
She's a real girl.
She's a real beach. I love her.
I do love her.
She's the real deal. I think she's got, like...
100%.
This is the thing, like, at the end of the day, she's left the villa, but she's got, like, a big career ahead, I think.
Yeah.
Because she's just such a big personality.
Yeah, I'm really sad that she...
And, like, the British public love her. She can couple up with the British public.
Oh, 100%.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, so it was quite sad.
Obviously, Owen has left as well, but...
Oh, of course. But I wasn't really that sad. I was like, he's leaving with someone that he likes. And like...
when Rebecca left, I was like, true colours were shown. Remember, she was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to see him after.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
I was like, oh,
because, like, the guy she was coming up with was nice.
Yeah.
And he seemed to quite like her. And she was like, yeah, we might make it official, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But, you know, we'll see how it goes.
Oh, and Shanice.
Oh, that was the key.
And wait, when was Paige and Finn? That was this week.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 new actual boyfriend and girlfriend.
We've got the first official couple.
We do.
Oh, yes, Paige and Finn. Oh, another thing we need to talk about. I feel like so much has happened with that. In that challenge, the tweet challenge, the headlines challenge.
Oh, I'm annoyed about that.
Yeah, I was like, since when did Finn's head get turned? I was like, that's not true. Like, the tabloids, oh my God, they will spread.
Yeah, and obviously we've had, like, we weren't going to talk about it, but we've had, like, the really tragic news about Caroline Flack, and it's really, really sad.
It is sad, yeah.
But obviously, like, I feel like the British media need to...
Oh yeah, it says a lot about the British.
Something needs to change.
Like media, yeah. No, it says a lot about them. So
but yeah, just thought because we were talking about media and obviously the violent, like,
the subject, it touches.
Yeah.
And all the like celebrities are discussing that at the moment. Like,
but yeah, so
the subject of that as
rest
well.
in peace, Caroline.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought that was a horrible thing to do, and
I hate when they do
stuff. Like, what's the point?
I feel like it was the slight. I don't know if it was the producers or if it was like just headlines, and they thought, oh, like even
that doesn't create drama. That just fucks up people's mental health at the end.
Exactly, and messes up their relationship. Like they don't just become official if it's like ruined it.
Yeah,
they like ruin their nice moment.
And I've seen so many like nice tweets saying like, "Oh, I love Paige and Finn." And
so
why don't they show that?
Like she'll go out the villa and see footage of him on the daybed sleeping. So Paige has got nothing to worry. Like Finn is like loyal. Like Tommy Fury 2.0.
Yeah.
Loyal.
100%.
He's like loyal and nice. And Shanice and Luke T. That was the cutest like asking to be girlfriend thing I've ever seen. That was so cute.
It was a bit cringe.
It was cringe, but like I get like if someone did that for you, you'd live for it. Like low key, even if you didn't like Disney.
Yeah.
He gave her
I love
crown.
Shanice as well. She's had the biggest. I remember sitting here and slating her, and I feel really bad for her.
Yeah, she's actually grown on me as well.
I actually really like her. She's one of my favourites.
Yeah, I think she's again like a bit like Shaughna. I feel like as a friend I could trust her.
100%.
Yeah.
I did think she reacted with the tweet thing though. I'm not gonna lie.
What reacted?
Overreacted.
Oh, what with he said he saw her naked.
Yeah.
I get why, because it's not really something you want broadcasted all over the news. But then she did it on national TV.
Yeah, don't go on Love Island if you don't want people to know your business. Like, I would get it if it was outside. If my friend came over and was like, "Oh my god, like I've just heard like your boyfriend like saying that he's just like had sex with like not boyfriend, but like I've just seen your like." Someone like said that they've had sex with you, say this and you naked. I'd be like, fuck up, like that's not your place to say. Like that was an intimate moment.
But it was on
between
national
us.
TV.
If you're on Love Island, I'm sorry. If you get naked, people are gonna see it. Like if you don't want that to be publicised, don't go on the show. You've got to be prepared for it.
I don't know. Maybe she was annoyed because she wasn't naked, or maybe I don't know. Maybe she was annoyed because she thought, oh, maybe he'll do that on the outside.
Yeah.
And
wait till she finds out about this Breakfast Club avocado.
Breakfast Club. Oh god.
She'll be fucking fuming.
Oh god, I hope that's when Finn said I don't like eating alone, I was like, oh, this is getting a bit.
I love that Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
I've been like trying to work out like, what avocado.
It's because they low key knows they that the cameras are there, so they're like trying to keep it PG.
It has got so PG. Do you remember that in the days we used to see like the blowjobs and everything?
Well, they say they do bits, but they never show it. Like when Finn was like, "You do bits," I was like,
do you remember Terry and?
I don't know if I watched it then.
Oh, season 2. They literally had sex, like without the covers on.
Why have they made it so PG now?
I think it's more for kids now, isn't it?
Yeah,
I know
like
it's bad.
14-year-olds. Yeah.
14-year-olds watch it, whereas when I started watching it,
But even the hideaway bits, they're a bit weird. But they don't.
Yeah.
You don't see them have sex or anything. But I bet they do.
We all know what happened. Mind you, I guess their careers. No, but it ain't. It ain't. They can endorse Ann Summers.
Oh, did you like the bit in the hideaway with Mike?
No,
I was like, unsee.
I find him creepy.
He's so cringe. When he was like licking the cream off, I was like, ugh.
I love Ched.
Oh, Ched is so weird, but he's funny.
I love him. Literally got 2 brain cells, bless him.
When they called that penguin Wallace, they called a penguin Wallace. They were like, oh yeah, this one's called Wallace.
Yeah.
And there was a meme that was like, which Wallace lasted longer in the villa? And it was Wallace that actually was in the villa and the penguin.
I saw one and they... Wait, I don't know if I can...
You say, I don't know. What is it?
I saw one and it was like... obviously, like, they saw... Like, someone who hadn't watched Love Island tweeted, like... Because everyone was, like, having, like... Everyone was taking the mick out of their kiss. Did you see, like, the kiss where he was literally, like, had his face around Jess?
Oh, yeah.
And someone was like, this is, like, disgusting, like, why people are saying, like... I find it so bad that people are saying mean things about this. And she thought it was Kitty Pryce and Harvey. And they were like a mother and son. And I was, like, pissing myself so much when I was reading that. They were like, a mum is allowed to kiss her son.
Oh, my God.
And it was like Jed and Jess.
Oh my God.
I was crying.
That was funny. Oh, what a mix up.
What a mix.
What a mix. She doesn't even look like Katie Price and he doesn't look like Harvey. She could have been like taking the mick.
No, I don't think she was. Like, if you see like what she was saying, it was like an older lady as well.
An older lady.
An older lady.
Oh.
She was like, I'm sick of Katie Price getting abused. It was so funny.
Oh dear. I think they're a funny couple. Cause
I don't think they'll last.
They're just so alike.
Yeah.
But they don't really get much airtime.
No.
But it's crazy that I forget she had a twin now.
Yeah.
Because like we've just
seen...
seen...
Eve who?
Eve who? Oh.
Wow.
That's so peak for the other twin that they are literally out. They went out the villa. For
I know.
this week, and their sisters in there like coupled up with someone.
It's quite sad.
It is quite sad. Is that everything that happened? Yeah. I think that's pretty much everything that happened. So, next on TV Slags, we'll be talking about probably maybe something a little bit different. There won't be any more Masked Singer.
So yeah.
As we said before, but I hope you're enjoying it so far. Now that we've done like a few episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
See you next week. Bye.
See you next week. Bye.